But enough about me. Back to my guests who are here to agree with me. Well, not quite. Time to clash about all this clashing in Washington and all this not getting anything done in Washington. Rich Benjamin, Ford O'Connell, who are wondering if things are so bad, why aren't these guys at work? Ford, they're not. And that worries me. Obviously, the sense of urgency isn't there.
Well, there needs to be a sense of urgency, but I have to say this. Congressional Republicans cannot shut down the government. They've got to avert this shutdown because they can't legislate from a minority. What they need to do is pivot to the debt ceiling and push for a one-year delay of Obamacare. The American public deserves the same break as big business and the insurance companies. So guess what? Avert the shutdown, get back to work, but guess what? Use the debt ceiling to gain leverage on the White House.
Rich, what do you think of the argument? Everyone else seems to have gotten a break and a delay. Why not the American people on Obamacare?
They shouldn't delay it at all for the debt ceiling. They're taking Obamacare hostage, as the Democrats are saying in Congress. And the fundamentals of this, Neil, are scary. Could you imagine you and I would be fired if we took our job to be obstructing things and not to be problem solving and building things? I just can't believe it.
Rich, you got to be kidding me, my friend.
One second, Ford. But you could understand why they would say, well, if you've given a pass to a lot of businesses, if you've given a pass to Congress, who doesn't even have to eat its own cooking, if you've given a pass, what likely seems to be to unions who don't have to accept the more onerous provisions, then we want in too. Give it to the American people.
Everyone's paying for it.
Yeah, but it's the average American's premiums that have been skyrocketing. The average.
That's exactly right. Rich, this thing is not ready for prime time, and frankly, the American people deserve the same break that the insurance and the big businesses get. Premiums are slated to go up by 22% next year. Millions of Americans are being pushed off their health care coverage. Remember that promise? You can keep your health care coverage if you want. That's not true. Frankly, this is not ready for prime time, and the American people deserve the exact same break that big business gets. And frankly, congressional Republicans have got until mid-October to take their case to the American people and make this work out. This thing is a train wreck, and it's not going to work.
But to the professor's point, though, don't you think that risks really financial free fall here if whatever meritorious reasons you outline, we go to a government shutdown, we go to a ratings downgrade, we go to a market sell-off, then what?
I'm not arguing that we're not playing with fire here, but at the end of the day, legislative history dictates that basically we have the debt ceiling in place because Congress wants to leverage the White House at the most inopportune times. This is why the debt ceiling is still in place, and frankly, successful politics means pulling the right levers at the right time, and this is a good time to take your case to the American people versus waiting at the last minute. And frankly, Neil, I hear what you're saying, but I do think that the president's going to cave. I don't think he's going to defund Obamacare.
Well, what do you think of that, Rich, that the president would cave?
Ford, you're talking successful politics. I'm talking democracy. 6 in 10 Americans do not want Congress to defund Obamacare. That's the bottom line.
I didn't say anything about defunding it, did I?
You were just talking about delay.
6 in 10 Americans also hate this.
But 6 in 10,
exactly
they do not want it. No, they don't hate it. They want it to be improved. They want it to be tweaked. They do not hate it.
Rich, you're appealing to emotion.
They like it not.
42%. Most Americans don't even know anything about Obamacare. Look at the Kaiser Family Foundation study.
Most Americans know what it means to have insurance companies dictate insurance for them.
All right.
And so
we'll see. The battle is just as soon. And thank you, guys. You saved me a lot of time by simply talking over one another. We got things going. But seriously, very good argument, guys.